How y'all doing? I'm Fitz. I have the honor of being one of Nick's groomsmen in this wedding. I've been asked to answer a few questions about him. First, where did Nick and Carolyn meet? I actually don't know that true story, but I presume it was probably the Wiener Circle in Chicago. Nick loves hot dogs, and Carolyn can be sassy, so I could see them both ending up there after a few late night libations. If that's not the correct answer, then my second guess would be farmersonly.com. So that's what I'm going with. Secondly, what are their nicknames for each other? I think Caroline calls him Chupa. Don't know what that means. And I think Nick refers to her as Swiffer because she's constantly cleaning up his messes. So they've got a good relationship in that sense. Next up, any words of advice for them? Carolyn, over the years, Nick has not gotten any better at responding to text messages. In fact, I would buy him a pager. He did a lot better at responding when he had a pager in junior high. So those are my words of advice for you, Carolyn. Nick, your words of advice, feel free to take the name Fitz. Use it as your firstborn's first name, middle name, hyphenate it with the last name. Whatever you want to do there, you've got my permission. Next up, what's the weirdest thing I know about Nick? In 6th grade, he invented his own dance move. Hopefully it'll be on display this weekend. It's called the elephant, and it was sort of an accident. We were dancing to Kid and Play at his house, and the next thing I look over, he's got a totally new dance move that he'll have to display for us. It's something to be seen and not at all rhythmic or coordinated. Next up, where are they going to be 20 years from now? I think Nick and Carolyn will both be hippies living in Vail, working at a hot dog stand. It all goes back to Wiener Circle. It's a passion of both of theirs. That's where I'm putting my money. How long have I known Nick? Where have I met him? I think along with Brian Fahey and Stacy Hall, I've probably known Nick longer than anybody not related to him this weekend. I met Nick in preschool, and to be honest, the kid was an asshole. He was kind of a bully, yet I still kind of liked him. There's one particular story. He had a birthday party, and the nicest guy in the class, John Link, won Simon Says. So what does Nick say to him the next day on the playground? You didn't really win, John. You need to give your present back. I witnessed it, and I couldn't believe it. I tried to stick up for John, but Nick was adamant. How has Nick's friendship impacted my life? First of all, he saved my life when we were in preschool. I was at his place eating some bologna and mayonnaise sandwiches and choked on a piece of ice. And I think he gave me the Heimlich or something to that effect, whatever preschoolers can do. So he saved my life. That was pretty important. In all honesty, though, he's despite his inability to respond to text messages, he's always there for you when you need him. When you're in a pinch, he'll always be there and back you up. And he's just made my life more fun. The guy, has a zeal for life and trying new things, and he's probably brought me out of my shell a little bit here and there. And then the last question is, what is their theme song? I mean, only one song comes to mind, and that's How Can We Be Lovers by Michael Bolton. Carolyn's way out of his league, so that's a question we all have. How can they be lovers? So, who knows? Maybe they'll slow dance to it at some point this weekend. That's about it. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about Nick and Carolyn. Take care.